Hello, foodie fans. Welcome to the Big Food Talk, produced by Tough Monkey Entertainment. I'm your host, Sal Conca. This show supports restaurants, chefs, and food pioneers with your help. Head to bigfoodtalk.com to make your donation today, or check out our fun apparel line with proceeds going directly to participating restaurants. Special thanks to the Long Island Food Council, Dine Facebook group, and Yelp Long Island for supporting this episode. Today's very special episode features Jaymie, better known as JaysTravelingFork on Instagram. Jaymie is an influencer who's been able to combine her passions for food and travel while making friends along the way. Find out what meal blew Jaymie's mind, and listen in on our speed round where I asked Jaymie for her best of recommendations on brunch, lunch, dinner, and more. Let's hear Jaymie's story. Jaymie, welcome to the Big Food Talk. I'm so excited to see you today. It's been so long. Yeah, it's been so long. I know we've actually got a chance to dine together in the past.
Yes.
So how are things going for you these days? What's new?
Just my whole mentality with this whole outbreak, with this whole pandemic, my mentality has changed definitely. My focus is more on my mental health, my physical health, and my family, my loved ones, my friends, and again, the love of food and like all these restaurants that I definitely like the people have become my friends, like the owners, the chefs, the staff members, to continue to support them the best way I can.
Absolutely. I think that's really important. And I'm glad that you're taking care of yourself. It's so important right now. A lot of people struggle. They are struggling right now, even, just outside of the food industry and things like that. And we know how hard the restaurants have it right now. I mean, at this point, do you have any idea, this is going to be an outrageous question, how many restaurants have you dined at or taken photographs at and worked with? Do you have a number on that?
Whoa, no, I definitely don't because no, it's definitely more than 100.
I assume so. I mean, so you've been doing this a while. When did you start? When did you start taking photos and starting your Instagram account? When did that all begin?
So the latest, you know how you get memories? The latest one that I got was 2013.
Oh, wow.
So, but I was private. So I just allowed family and close friends to see it. And those were super, it's embarrassing to even try to show them.
Mm-hmm.
But I decided to go public. I want to say going on 2 years.
Oh, okay.
And
So more recently.
Going on almost 3 years. I'm not 100% sure exactly when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I decided let me just make it public, and I started getting a lot of followers, and some of the big Instagram accounts started reposting, and I started getting more followers like that.
That's great. Yeah, I think it's important for people, if you want to become an influencer, or people think it's so easy or it happens overnight. It's important. You had an evolution, right?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
And it's a lot of hard work.
Yeah, and to me, I felt I wasn't trying to. My goal was not, oh, I'm gonna get all these followers. My goal was more this is fun. It's for me, it was art, the picture and seeing the lighting and seeing the plating, the way the time, the passion the chefs take to make everything so beautiful before I ate it, because I love food as well. So I like to take that picture, and it's a memory for me. So, and then connecting with other people, I love talking. Even when like you said, I broke bread with you. So I like making those connections with people. So I didn't want to just get these any followers. When I went and did these events, I wanted to make those connections with the foodie people that I was, I don't like the word foodie.
Yeah, I know. We
but
all get
the
labeled.
people that, the people that had share the same passion as I did. As
Exactly.
I do.
Exactly. I mean, listen, it's difficult. I want to go out. I have the same passion, right? I love to take food photos. I've been doing it forever. It was mostly private friends and family on Facebook.
Yes.
That's how I kind of started, and I was doing it that way. And my friends, my family, when we go out to dinner, everybody's got to pause for the photo. So it's great when we go out together in a group of us that like to take photos and do. everybody's doing the same thing. You all get it. You're trying to get the lighting. Everybody understands the process, right? And we're all sitting
Yes.
there. And the best is watching the other customers look at us going,
I
what are
know.
these
They're
guys
like, what are
doing?
you doing? Yeah.
So let's start with the food. It's about the
Yeah.
food for you. You have a real appreciation for chefs and, like you said, the plating. Where does that come from? I mean, does your family have a deep history in food? Is it, but did you grow up enjoying food? Where did
Yeah.
that come from?
Well, I have family members who graduated from like CIA, who have restaurants, and a lot of friends who own like those small businesses. Um, I always grew up with an open mindset about food, where I grew up, was born and raised in the Bronx. I'm from Honduras. My family's from Honduras. I was born and raised here. My friends were Dominican, Puerto Rican, Jamaican, and I was immersed with all different types of food. And something that I learned from the beginning, and it's like a quote that I live by, is like, don't yuck my yum, where it means like, if I find this delicious because it's my culture, try it before you yuck it, you know, before you say, oh, I'm never gonna try that. So, and I feel that through food, you make those bigger connections with people. So
Absolutely.
that's where my love comes from.
That's awesome. It
Mhm.
reminds me of the late Anthony Bourdain. I've mentioned
Yeah.
him on the show before. He's one of my food heroes.
Oh,
And,
I
you know,
love him.
and he used food to break down barriers. That's what it was all about. It was like you could have differences with anybody, but the second you sit down and break bread with somebody, all of that goes away. You're sharing a meal. There's no way. You have to come to terms and start to understand that other person and get to know each other. And that's the beauty of eating out. And yeah, so Instagram and the photos and, you know, all the
Yeah,
work that goes into it, that's all great. But really, it's so refreshing and great to hear that you're all about the food. That's amazing.
definitely. Yeah,
That's
for sure.
amazing.
Hmm.
So talking about food, you've had a lot of impressive meals, I'm sure.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
there is there a single meal that kind of like you could think about that blew your mind when you ate it?
Okay, so I love traveling, which traveling fork, which I thankfully, you know, work with an airline employee. I mean, live. My boyfriend is an airline employee, so we have the luxury to go to places that we love. Aruba is one of my top places. So,
Cool.
yeah. So again, I don't want to go to all the touristy spots. We stopped we went on a cab drive, and I told the cab driver, please, like, I want to take me to a place where like you just normally go. Like, I don't want to go to this fancy restaurant or anything. And not that I want to badmouth, because I love going to fancy restaurants, and I love their food as well, but I wanted something local. So takes me, and speaking papimiento, like, he orders, and when I grabbed the food, it was a soup, delicious, ended up being iguana soup, and it was like the most delicious soup I've ever had. And then that same driver, we dined with him in 3 different spots.
So
He also
cool.
took me to, it's called Z Rover in and it's like a fish fry place. They actually they fish there, they clean it, and you order, and me being greedy, you get to pick whatever fish you want. And then the guy, you know, he sees me, he's like, oh, you want this? And it was like a tiny little fish. I was like, no, I want that one. And it was a huge, a huge snapper. But when I tell you the meat in that fish, I've never had anything so fresh in my life. Like, it was, my mouth is watering. It was so, like, it was definitely mind blowing. And like,
That's great.
just speaking to him and speaking to the owner had like such passion about the line, first of all, because you have to like order like the fish. The line was like all around like the cart, and it was not a fancy, it was like a nice little hole, and it was beautiful.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's the best. And that when you travel, that's one of the things that I learned. I don't like being on guided tours. I
No,
don't
no, no.
want to be where the tourists are. If you're a true, we'll use the word again, foodie, but if you're really into the food and
Yeah,
passionate food and want to get into the culture of food, then you have to step outside your comfort zone. You have to go where the
definitely.
locals are eating. You have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
understand to really get into the culture. I went to Italy for the first time last year, and when we booked our trip, it was our pseudo honeymoon. We just happened
Mm-hmm.
to. My wife's family lives in Poland, and we just took like a long weekend basically in Italy, and we went to vacation on the south in Tropea of Italy. And when we were there, we weren't in Rome. We weren't in, any of the
Yeah,
places where
yeah.
tourists are going. We were where the locals go vacation. So we were in this beautiful villa. I mean, downside, nobody spoke English.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
pretty much only spoke Italian. So I had to learn that pretty quickly. My wife speaks a little bit. And,
Okay.
but with the food there, every day, the fresh meats,
Right?
the fishes, all the stuff that they would put out, the fresh fruits, and it's all local. It's all
Yes.
local, and
Mm-hmm.
everything you're getting is so fresh. I mean, the cannoli there. I mean, honestly, frankly, eating a cannoli here, even there's some amazing bakeries on Long
Yeah,
Island where you
yeah.
live in here. I have no interest in eating a cannoli here anymore because over there it was just insanely different.
Ah, I bet. Yeah, yeah. I know that feeling.
Yeah. So I have another interesting question for you.
Yeah.
Being that you love to eat out so much, you travel all the time. Do you cook?
Oh God. So
Uh-oh, here it
I
comes.
do.
Okay.
And my latest post, I got it calls Basta, which is like a tool where you could make your zucchini noodles. So my last post I put, have you ever seen Ugly Delicious with David Chang, which is like he goes over how like he grew up, with his mother's Korean food, and the food was not as pretty. However, it was one of the most delicious. So I want to describe my food as ugly delicious because it's definitely not the prettiest. Not that I don't have the passion for my food, but yeah, I mean, I've been cooking since I was like 9 years old. So I definitely do enjoy cooking, but um, for this quarantine, I've been cooking more.
Sure. We had
Yeah.
everybody's had to, right?
Yeah, I put my chef hat on. But then yeah, I'm not really good with the plating or making it look cute. So
I hear you. I hear you. Hey, listen, we all start somewhere, just like you started your Instagram account with the photography and things like that,
yeah,
and the way you learned lighting. We could probably
yeah.
have a whole conversation on that because I have a
Oh
video
yeah,
production company, so I know all about the light. Like right now,
yeah,
I got a light here, a light there. My camera's here. The whole thing is
yeah,
always it's a process, right?
definitely.
So, do you only use Instagram for your work, or do you have
Yeah,
any other platforms? Just Instagram only?
I just use Instagram, and then my Facebook account, my Twitter, they're all personal. I just have family. I think I have like not more than 1,000 followers. It's literally just family, friends, and people that I've met.
Sure, sure. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the photography and what goes into it. Like when you're setting up a photo and you're out at a restaurant, is there something, I mean, do you prefer to use natural lighting? What tips would you have to somebody that's
hmm
really just getting started? How can somebody make their photo look more professional, let's say?
Yeah, so I use my phone mainly. I do also have my camera, the Canon T7i.
Mhm.
Um, but I like just using my phone because I feel like, I don't always carry my camera, like unless it's like a big event, or like something where there's a contract involved.
Mhm.
I'll take my cameras. But I usually let me see if I think I have it here. I don't have it here. I have my little have you seen it? My little light, which is like I'll send you the link for it
Yeah,
later.
we'll put it in the show notes for everybody, right? And you probably bought it on Amazon, right?
Yes, and I actually have a lot of the people that we when we go to events, they've actually purchased because it's a tiny little. I say that it's small but powerful, like me, like tiny, like because it has a really good lighting. And what I do, like if it's outdoors, then I just use the outdoor lighting. The good thing about the iPhone is that you could control the lighting as you're taking pictures. I tend to go as dark as I can because once you're editing it, you could edit the brightness. But if it's too bright, you can't edit that. So that's one
Mhm.
of the biggest things that I use. Um, I try to always center my pictures as well. Like make sure that because again, when it comes to the editing, you can always crop it as much as you can, and yeah, those are some of the things that I use. But mainly those three things is what the light, my phone, and my camera.
Exactly. And that's the thing. Like everybody, I got my phone sitting right here. I take,
hmm
majority, even though I have professional cameras and all this stuff. Yeah, I can't lug my camera out to dinner when I'm just dining. Like
Correct.
I'm going to Prime in Huntington for my anniversary dinner this Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I got to bring the iPhone. My wife's not going to let me bring my cameras on her anniversary dinner.
Yeah.
I may have to even concede and not take any photos that night, unless I put it. Sometimes if I can get away with it, if I promise to put her in the photo, then I trick her. I
Yeah, like
can.
pose. That's all.
Yeah,
We just want to be the center.
Exactly. So because when this all started and we started dating, it was cute. I would take photos, do this thing. And then she started saying, I'm not in the photos anymore. She's like, you just take photos of the food. So, you got to
It's
do what you got.
someone I know, Steven. No.
I love your boyfriend, Steven. He's
so nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that you guys do a lot of events together. You guys come
Yeah,
around
we
together
do.
and it's awesome.
Yes.
So I have a little bit of a speed round. I've only done this once before. I did it with Whiskey Down Diner, and we did a diner food speed round. So I have something a little different prepared for you. And it's basically, we're just going to do a quick hits. Give me your first instinct, best responses to whatever question I come up with next. So let me know when you're ready for the speed round, and we'll have at it.
Let's see. Hopefully I don't stutter. Let's see.
All right. Ready? Let's do this. Speed round. Best brunch.
Best brunch, I want to say Cocina Boricua in the Bronx.
Best lunch.
Best lunch, I want to say Rock and Olive in Long Beach.
Oh, nice place. Best dinner.
Best dinner, I want to say Tutti Noir in Oceanside.
Oh, cool. I'm going to have to check that place out.
Yes.
Best cocktail.
Best cocktail, I want to say Noble here in Lawson and Oceanside as well.
Oh, wow. You got a lot of
French martini. The best.
A lot of hometown favorites. I like it. Supporting you real true local.
Yes.
Best dessert.
Best dessert of, I'm going to say, you got me there. Baked by the Ocean, the rainbow cake in Long Beach.
Awesome. Yeah, those rainbow cakes are crazy. Have you seen?
I love them.
Have you seen Le Petit Cafe's rainbow donut yet?
No, I read the article in Newsday. It looked delicious. The picture, yes.
Yep. Well, and we got sidetracked here. We got one more best of.
Okay.
It's summertime. We're outdoors. Best outdoor dining. Best view.
Ooh, best outdoor dining that I've had has to be Nikki in the Bay. I want to say, where's Nikki in the Bay? Oh Lord.
It's at Bayshore.
Bayshore, yes.
Yep.
I loved it there, and like they had live music. Oh, I was loving it. I felt like I was in the island somewhere.
Yeah, Nikki's on the Bay is great. It's my band. Oh, geez, going back.
I didn't really play.
Yeah, that's a different life. But 15 years ago, we used to play Nikki's on the Bay or more. Yeah, it was a long time ago. But Jaymie, this has been so wonderful.
Yes.
You shared a lot of great knowledge and your passion for food. Yeah. So I hope everybody go follow Jay's Traveling Fork. And is there anything else you want to leave with people before you go?
I hope everybody just stay safe, enjoy, and please support your local businesses. I mean, they are awesome, and I mean, they do their thing just to please us. So.
Exactly. Well, Jaymie, I'll see you soon. I can't wait to have another meal with you.
Sal, thank you so much. You're the best.
You got it. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to The Big Food Talk, produced by Tough Monkey Entertainment. Subscribe on iTunes and wherever you listen to podcasts. Follow us on Instagram for behind-the-scenes takes or watch complete episodes on YouTube. Don't forget to make a donation at bigfoodtalk.com.